Happy anniversary, Covino and Rich. Check me out January 2nd, Celebrity Apprentice. Happy holidays, guys.
It's our 12th anniversary today of doing the radio show. And we haven't had you on in like 10 years, I feel like. But it's a pleasure to welcome back Brooke Burke-Charvet, everybody.
What's up, Brooke? How are you?
Nice, good. Nice to see you. Happy
Nice to
holidays.
see you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Rich, what'd you buy me? Nothing?
Imagine you actually expected
So
that.
thoughtless.
12 years deserves a celebration.
Yo, in this business, you know how many like radio shows have come and gone? It's ridiculous. We've survived boss changes, channel changes. I mean,
We're still here, guys.
We moved from New York to L.A. and yeah, as you know, it's not easy. I mean, your
Longevity
business
is not easy in this business.
Your business
that's for sure.
even tougher, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
TV, a show could last like a season or so, and it's like, oh, that's a success, and then you're the host or the actor has to say, all right, now back to the drawing board.
That's right.
See, I find that to be the craziest part of what you do when it comes to acting and hosting and stuff. You put yourself in a situation where even success is short-lived.
Well, and it's finding the right projects as well,
Right.
and sort of knowing what your niche is, and then being patient enough to ride the wave. But you're right. I mean, so many great ideas that never get made, so many talented people that never get an opportunity. It's such a strange, weird business.
And to
we're
think-
all lucky. 12 years.
And to think you could come up with a great idea, and then by the time it actually gets executed, it could be a year or so.
And then it's got to find the right home, and then that home has to have the right audience.
And then honestly, like I said, even if it's considered a success,
And then
it could
people
be
have
a
to
couple
like it.
years, and then you're like, well, we worked on this for 2 years. It lasted 2 years.
That's
all
right.
that work. All right, now what's next?
Yep. And it's always about what's next, right? Isn't it kind of a jaded, weird?
That's what I hate more about what you do. At least we get a contract and we have to renegotiate every few years. But at least every day we know where we're going for the most part. Your gig
that
is
would be
tough.
kind of nice.
Oh, and by the
I
way,
like the spontaneity of my gig, but it would be kind of cool
yeah,
for a minute.
It's nice to know that, at least we know what we're doing for the next 2 or 3 years or something like that. With your gig, you were modeling and then hosting, right?
Yep.
And even the world of hosting has changed so much because you have to be like that celebrity sort of person
Well, and there's
to
not
get
a
that
lot of
gig.
primetime hosting gigs too.
Right.
Like, so after leaving the ballroom
Right.
and being a host and loving live television, then what's next? Where, so it's, there's slim pickings, but the shows come up.
And now for you, Celebrity Apprentice.
I know, my gosh.
By the way, is there a part of you that listen? It's Arnold, so I mean he's the man. But is it odd that you missed the Donald by a year?
Well, a lot of people don't realize that we shot the show before the presidential campaign even started, so it's all kind of weird and funky right now. I think it's interesting and it's great, but I don't know if I would have been able to do it in New York, and not because of Donald, but geographically speaking, I sort of felt like I had home court advantage being here in Silicon Beach. I don't know if I could have separated from the family for that long to go pound the pavement and.
No, that's tough. Yeah, that's a tough
hard,
thing.
but the show's hard enough.
And by the way, that's another separate part of the tough world of the entertainment industry, like leaving family. You got kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't do any good. I can tell you that.
You can't just be like, well, I'm dipping away again. I'm dipping away again. I'm dipping away again.
It's tough. I mean, I had an amazing, profound conversation with my 9-year-old and sort of prepping her that I was going to be away for a little bit. And we shot in town, so I made that grind and came home at night. But there were some nights that I had to stay at the hotel just to recover.
Yeah.
And I had to explain to her really what I was doing it for. And because it's a charitable show and it's a giving show that I was fighting for a cause that was super important, I had to explain to my 2 kids that, you got to let mommy go and do this because there's some other kids that really need our help. So that perspective was interesting for them to feel sad because they're going to lose mommy for some, 12, 15-hour days.
And then be excited for you at
over
the same
a month,
time.
And then know that it's for something really important.
When did you tape this exactly, though? Because February. And it's funny because
feels like forever ago.
I'm seeing so much hype about this show now, and for the past few weeks, I feel like it's been on the air already. We're seeing so many highlights, but again, it hasn't even started yet.
I'm looking at some of the people you're competing with. Who do you click with, and or who are 2 people that we're going to see battle it out?
She has to like Matt Iceman. I would hope she likes him.
You know what? It's funny that you would say Matt, because when I first met Matt, even at our cocktail meet and greet, I really sized him up, and I was like, this guy is going to be a fierce competitor. And then you find out that he's also an MD.
Yes.
And he's a doctor on top of it all. So smart, so funny. Loved Matt. I really connected with Layla Ali as well.
She's cool,
such a homegirl. She's really cool. She's strong and powerful, as you would expect. But she's just a really good all the way around great lady.
I can see. I'm looking at the people because we've met a lot of these people over the years, like Snooki. I can feel like while she's fun and everything, I could see her getting in some. No, but I could see her getting in some spats along the way with some of these other people.
Yeah, you never know when you have somebody there 12, 15 hours a day in a cerebral grind doing the impossible, and they're stressed out, and they're tired, and they're fighting for their own, life on the show. Crazy things happen, and you're kind of working together a team, but then it's you or them going at the end of every show. So you're.
How about John Lovitz?
John Lovitz.
Thank God we had John because he's so funny. This season is going to be funny, which I think differentiates it from seasons in the past.
Okay.
We had just enough drama, but this season has a lot of humor, and John is ridiculous.
It's safe to say this. I don't think you're giving anything away. Who did you butt heads with on the show the most? Or just not see eye to eye. You guys are doing business. You're competing.
Ricky Williams and I had a little bit of an issue. I have no idea how it will play out and what will air.
That's true. You don't know how they edit
You never really know. But,
right.
I was so invested for something much, deeper than just the show for Operation Smile. And I expect people to keep their word and step up and do what they say they're going to do. So, there were meltdowns and breakdowns and, rivalries.
But a cool way to start the year, knowing the show's coming out.
Yeah.
And this is great.
It's a feel-good show.
What's great about it also is a lot of people, let's be honest, in the celebrity world, these people are used to calling the shots and people listening to them. So when you guys all start not having, not everybody's used to cooperating on this level.
Well, that's so true. And one of the most challenging parts of the show is you're working together as a team, but at the end of the day, it's all about you if you want to make it. So you have to be able to size up your team and suggest who should get fired, and maybe they don't, and then you have to work with them, and maybe you've made friends with them.
Oh, so is she going to play dirty or not? We'll find out.
I'm
bummed we didn't get more time, but I'm going to stop by for a second. Brooke Burke kicks off January 2nd, 8 o'clock on NBC, the new Celebrity Apprentice.
With Arnold.
Brooke, always great seeing you.
Always good to see you
and
guys, too.
all the anniversary stuff, all online on demand. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.